Tomorrow is a hope, never a promise.
A lot of people just get absolutely stunned by Ace again. He is doing work on this south side.
So
One
good.
tank stopping 15 people.
And he spawns from the other direction. They are all invulnerable as Dominic and every single other Chonation member and Bricked flood onto the stone. And there's nothing Hurricane can do about it because they're all invulnerable. They're all huddled behind this wall. Look at the right side of your screen right now. Oh, the flash waves could be absolutely brutal. Right here, waves, baby, waves. There's the X mark going in. Oh my goodness. Pirates getting absolutely slaughtered. Skirmish to Chaos 2. Backline on this one. 34 to 32. 94%. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it. They only have 15 seconds. 96. 97. 10 seconds. 98. 5 seconds. 99. And through. No way. Unbelievable. At the buzzer. Another big push for them as they swell to 55%. They actually have 2 times as many people on the points. That's disastrous for Sinova. Where are the red health bars? They're down under 9. What is happening? Disaster death climbing so quickly right now. Sin losing control in the final minutes. 4 minutes left on the clock.
I'm still here.
Disaster death! Get on your feet! Unbelievable! What are we watching? Sinova on a fumble! Not overcommitting there. Oh my goodness, Void diving through. That's not a good position. X-Mark is going to slam them against the side of the wall. Final Flash just doesn't... They thought that they had the composition. They thought that they had enough damage. But as it turns out, I believe if you bring too many tanks, you just end up losing the overall skirmish like this.
Like some dark horses, I think that we're gonna probably end up seeing in this tournament, especially like there's a guild that I believe their name is Tsunami. I forget what server they're on. Just super excited to see all these guilds actually fight against each other for the first time.
Those comms gotta go nuts. Tier with a massive fumble in the final moments of this one. 91%. Do they have enough time? 40 seconds left on the clock. 35 seconds. Do they have it? 95%. They're gonna do it, Quentin. 96, 97. I don't believe the words coming out of my mouth. It's Presto!
I'm still here. I'm still.
Okay. 20,000 US dollars in Lucent prize pool. 20,000 US dollars. Amazon Games Studio. I'm working directly with them on this. It is my production. It's my tournament. They are fully supporting the tournament. With, again, 20,000 Lucent. There's also a few other things that they're working on, but I can't confirm quite yet on this, such as potential drops in the Twitch category, maybe titles for those drops, things like this. But those have not been confirmed quite yet. But what has been confirmed from Amazon directly is 1.3 million Lucent in the prize pool. And I want to be really, really clear. You can do exclamation point. The signups just opened up. And I want to be clear, in this trailer, we didn't get to show any NA West teams. And I'm sorry about that. There was no NA West tournament before this, so I didn't have any teams to pull from. But this is the first tournament NA West has ever seen. All three tournaments, and a lot of people were asking a lot of questions, so I'm going to answer every single question that chat has about the tournament right now. Okay? All three tournaments will happen at the same time. NA East, NA West, and EU will all be happening in the same time frame. That means that every single day for 3.5 straight weeks will be Throne and Liberty Cinema. Throne and Liberty Cinema. 1.3 million Lucent per region. No. To be clear, the prize pool is distributed. The winners of the tournament, every single person, we made sure, every single person on the winning team gets 6,000 Lucent. Every single player on the winning team that wins the tournament gets 6K Lucent. The second place team, everybody on the second place team in every tournament gets 3,000 Lucent. And I want to be clear, if you wanted to give, I'm pretty sure the way that AGS is going to have me distribute the Lucent, if you wanted to distribute the Lucent more heavily onto one or two players over another, I could potentially do that. I'm not, like, we haven't pinned down exactly how we want to do the distribution of Lucent quite yet, but they really want me to do it because they don't want to do it. They would rather me do it. And if I'm going to do it, I will basically just do whatever the guild league tells me to do. Whatever the guild league tells me to do. But at a minimum, if you win 6K Lucent, at a minimum. If there are people in your guild that don't want any Lucent, you're going to get quite a bit more. You get quite a bit more. Okay. It is a 48v48 tournament. No, 48v48. Okay. The format for this tournament is very similar to the first one, but there is one very important exception to the rule that I want to make clear right now. It has become abundantly clear to me as somebody that's currently playing the game that there are certain weapons in the game that make your guild quite a bit stronger if you have more of this particular type of weapon. So in this case, the Cordy crossbow is just really strong. And so what I have decided to do in order to prevent the tournament from just being who has more Cordy crossbows, you are limited per guild to 2 Cordy weapons per guild. Period. You must tell us before the match which 2 members are holding the Cordy weapons. If the other guild finds out or it has Cordy weapons used against them, I'm probably going to limit to just crossbows. I think the rest of the Cordy weapons are probably okay. I think the rest of the Cordy weapons are probably fine. But the crossbow particularly, it's limited to 2 maximum. Maximum. I think the wand is fine. But for now, we'll say just the crossbow. Mainly because you guys know I wouldn't do that unless I absolutely had to. I don't want the tournament to be about who can have the most Cordy weapons. Like I did speak with AGS about this. They agreed with me. And they were like, yeah, okay, that's a fine rule. I said, okay, bet. The rules are subject to change as we get closer. For example, if you're aware of a bug, like last time we did the NA East tournament, we had to ban the, oh God, what was the name of that? Aridus staff or whatever the we had to ban that staff. If you're aware of a bug currently in the game that is breaking PvP that people are abusing, I will 100% consider limiting that item in the tournament, since I do have the ability to limit people now on this stuff. And to be clear, guys, if you're caught disobeying the rules in any way, I have a whole team behind me this time. I have a whole team behind me. Every single match will be vetted. Every single player will be like we're going to be double checking everything. If you're caught disobeying the rules, there's going to be serious penalties. Okay? There's just not much I can do about it. Okay? People are saying limit bulwark. Currently, bulwark is not planned to be limited. Currently, it is not planned to be limited. The only limit is Cordy crossbow at the moment. There were a couple bugs brought to me before the announcement went live today. I will also say this, and so I'm looking into those bugs, and I will confirm that those are a thing with Amazon before I go limit them altogether. But here is the flyer for the tournament. The commands in chat, if you want to sign up for this tournament, they're in the title now, and they have been activated. You can do exclamation point best in guild, should give you the 3 commands that you need for the various regions that you're in. You can do exclamation point big and then your region. Big EU, or no, EU big. EU big. EU big. NAE big. NA West big. Okay, signups are there. There's a Google form. You must be in the Discords too. There's now an NA West War Games Discord. That will be the Discord that the tournament is run out of for NA West. And I will tell you this. If you're an NA West player right now, I need your help. I need your help. I already have connections in NA and EU. I have no connections in NA West. I really need NA West's help to spread the word of the tournament around so that every guild in NA West that wants to participate knows that the tournament is going on and will get involved with the tournament. So you go paste it in your Discords, hand it to your friends, hand it to the guild leagues that you know, because the bigger the NA West tournament is, the more likely it is that you guys get more tournaments in the future. There is no NA West. It's dead big guy. No, it is not. You're an idiot. Okay. So, co-casters. We'll do shoutcasters next. Actually, you know what? Let's finish the rules. We're gonna finish the rules. A lot of people were talking. If you are a smaller guild that maybe cannot fill your roster by yourself, I want to be clear.
Kind just resubscribed for 8 months. Send back to back.
We'll see. Kind QT, welcome back for 8 months, man. I appreciate you. Thanks so much, man. It is a 48 versus 48. If you don't feel like your guild can pull 48 consistently to a war game, even like once a week, you should still be able to participate in the tournament because of the rule that allows you to pull from other members of your alliance. So if you're in an alliance with 3 other guilds, you have 4 guilds total in your alliance, you can enter a team for your guild, right? And you can fill the rest of your roster with people in the rest of your alliance. The limit here is that one player can only participate for 1 team in the tournament. 1 team, okay? If I see 1 player participating for more than 1 team, that team is subject to really harsh penalties, potential disqualification. It'll depend on how egregious the infraction is. Maps. We'll talk about maps in a second. I have not forgotten. But you can substitute people in your alliance, but please bear in mind that if you play for 1 team, you cannot play for another team as long as the tournament goes on. I do not care. If you swap guilds in the middle of the tournament, well, I don't belong to Supple anymore, but I played for Supple in the first round. Can I play for Bricked in this round? No, you may not. I do not care. And if you try, we will see it, and we will ban you, and we will punish Bricked as a direct result in that example. Okay? You may only play for 1 team in the tournament. Okay? Yes, you can fill from other members of the roster in your alliance, but again, if you're and this really only comes when alliances are running 2 to 3 teams in their alliance, you need to make sure that none of those players have played for any of the other teams. Okay, so here is the guild form, fill out form for NA East Talandre. Look, it's already got 3 people signed up. Awesome. There are questions here that you answer honestly. Every single guild, every single form, there's NA West, there's EU, and there's NA East. First of all, make sure that you are filling out the correct form. The first question says, I play on the North American East server. I'm confirming NA East. If you somehow still screw this up, I will make fun of you. Okay? You need to make sure that you're filling out the correct form. All right, because you will destroy the bracket. I'm not joking. If you f this up and you don't realize it, you're going to destroy the bracket. That's why the bracket has to come out well in advance of the tournament this time, because morons are going to mess this. I guarantee you they're going to mess this up. I'm going to have to redo the bracket as a direct result of it. Okay. Okay. That being said, the information that you... Okay. Oh, yeah. List all guilds in your guild alliance. If your guild alliance changes over the course of the tournament, you must notify the tournament director associated with your tournament, whether it be Senior Chief Dragon, Lucy, or Multirix. You've got to tell us. That way we know which alliances are going to be allowed in the lobby on that particular date, number one. Number two, when you list the guilds in your fucking alliance, list your own guild too. I have to make the guild cards based on this screen right here. If you don't fill this out correctly, it will screw up your guild card. Let me show you what I mean by guild card very quickly. First guild to here. Every single guild that participates in the tournament will get an info card just like this. Obviously, the screen and stuff will be a little bit different, but you're going to get something like this that kind of intros people, even if they don't know your guild necessarily. It helps people understand and get attached to different guilds and groups of players in the tournament. And I feel that it is very important to the overall longevity of the tournament and helping bring the community get together as PvPers to do screens like this. This obviously takes me a tremendous amount of time. Please understand, guys, there will be well over 100 guilds that participate across all 3 regions, and I'm gonna have to do this for every single one of them, and I'm gonna have to constantly change your card to match the information on that you give me. So, like, again, if the alliance changes, I need to know, number one. Number two, there are 2 new questions. If you troll me on this sheet, if you say some dumb stuff, I'm gonna put it in here. Okay, just be aware. I will make fun of your guild in the card, because if you make a mockery of this sheet, I'm pulling this information directly from here. Okay, don't screw this up. All right, there is a new question down here at the bottom. There are 2 new questions. How did your guild place in the last Best in Guild tournament? Again, for NA West, that will not be a question for NA West, because obviously they didn't have a Best in Guild tournament before. Theirs will be slightly differently worded. You also won't have to worry about this if you're STC Black, because you didn't participate in the EU tournament, so you can go ahead and just put NA on that one. This question right here, okay, this space for chat PvP. If you would like to trash talk or call out another guild alliance, you may do so here. It may be reflected in the tournament. If you have particular beef with another alliance or guild in the tournament, I would like to know, because that helps me hype up each match. Okay. Now, I want to be very clear. All chat PvP and trash talk must be well within terms of service. If it is even remotely borderline, A, it will not be on this card, and B, you're subject to disqualification. Okay, especially if you do something in chat or in the Discord. I will not be tolerating anything that is even remotely borderline terms of service. But normal chat PvP, where you're like, they're trash, or their guilds are a bunch of losers, stuff like basic stuff, you know, whatever. Or if you have, like, let's say, I know that the current, like, Supple and Tier alliance have big beef. If you want to put that here and be like, yeah, we're way better than them, and we don't even care that you say it, I can reflect that in the guild card in a reasonable, well above bar way. Okay, because it also hypes up matches in the tournament, and you start to create rivalries in this way. So I do think it is important to create rivalries, because there are rivalries in guild PvP. It's important to reflect that in a tournament format such as this. Okay, however, we have got to keep it within bar. I am not going to jeopardize AGS's reputation because you decided you wanted to say something stupid. You will be permanently banned if you do something dumb.
Just don't be like Dota, where they banned a person just because he typed in all chat lol.
Oh no, you can chat PvP, it's fine. You know, you like, again, the LCS, like the official, like the League of Legends Championship Series, and then like Worlds and stuff, people chat PvP in those chats all the time. Okay, but they keep it well within bars. You can't say anything bad, anything that would be TOS. Don't say it, obviously. But you can shit talk people. You can chat PvP people. No question. You're not gonna be banned for that. But you will get banned if you step over the line. And I will be very strict about it. Do not step over the line. Chat PvP is fine. Harassment is not okay. And nothing beyond TOS. And to be clear, nothing will ever make it into the production that is even remotely TOS. So, like, again, do you see this? Call me daddy. Prediction: we're gonna be above Sovereign. That is good chat PvP, right? Because that makes Sovereign look at this and be like, okay, you know what? Screw you. You know what I mean? That is good chat PvP. All right. Like, that is fine. And if you don't want to chat PvP, that's totally fine too. Again, your card will be totally normal. Your card will be fine. But like that's what I'm looking for in here. If you don't want to chat PvP anyone, totally fine. If you do and you know who you are, go nuts. Just keep it above bar. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's talk about maps. I personally went through the T2 Rift maps. I went through the Boonstones too. The Boonstones for T2 are actually some of them are actually really cool and awesome. Sadly, because AGS is very very heavily supporting the tournament, this needs to be run by the book, and every single match needs to be standardized in every way. As you guys are aware, Boonstones are different than Riftstones in how you take them. Essentially, but the way you take a Boonstone is different than the way you take a Riftstone in war games, particularly because you have to have a certain amount of people on the point for Riftstones, and for Boonstones, you really just need to have someone interact with the point and then keep the other guild from interacting with it for 3 minutes, right? I can't have that. That means we're limited to either Riftstones or Boonstones. Well, let's be honest, a lot of the T1 Boonstones are trash, so can't really be Boonstones. This means that we're only going to be doing Riftstones for the tournament. You look over at the Riftstones for T2. Okay, so T1, T2 Riftstones. I've already established it has to be Riftstones. Are we going to exclude T1 Riftstones? Absolutely not. Are you crazy? No shot. Excavator will be excluded because the spawns on Excavator are terrible. I might also ban Malakar. I haven't quite decided yet, but for now, only Excavator is banned. Are we going to include T2 Riftstones? I went through and personally tested each of the T2 Riftstones, the spawn locations, the spectate locations, everything that could happen. I did find a fair amount of bugs in the war game, in war games for T2, but not enough that makes me exclude those maps from the tournament. I do feel that they're relatively well balanced, very cool. And since this is best in Guild Talandre, we will be including Riftstones from T2 as well. So it will be T1 and T2 maps for Riftstones. Okay. I have talked with Amazon about a few of the bugs in there, and they said that they're aware and working on it, but they're not sure if they're going to be fixed in time for the tournament or
Can't
not.
spell
We'll see.
stupid without spid. Bring back the goat.
Right. Okay, so we talked about maps. We talked about alliance filling. We talked about the Cordy weapons. And again, as of right now, I'm limiting Cordy crossbows to maximum 2 per guild per round. And you must tell
What
us
are we doing against
which 2 are using
scripting?
crossbows. What are we doing against scripting? Well, as Amazon Games is working on those people, to be clear, the reason that this is positioned at the end of May is to give Amazon and NCSoft enough time to let the dust settle on a lot of the... You guys know there's a lot of bugs in the game right now. There's a lot of problems in the game right now with this, like macroing and scripting and stuff. You give them another month, a lot of those bugs vaporize, a lot of that, because they just came out with a tremendous amount of content, right? Now, that's not to say they're not going to release content again for the next couple of months, but this is where the content is kind of stabilized and they've had a fair amount of time to kind of adjust game-breaking bugs or scripting or macroing and stuff like that. You could already see that they've addressed a lot of this stuff in the Tico Talks, if you watch the Tico Talks. Maybe not how you may have liked it, but they are starting to address this stuff. So again, the tournament is positioned in a way. I believe that the tournament will finish on June 17th, are the finals for the tournament. Okay, all matches for NA West and NA East begin at 5 p.m. CST. All matches for EU will always begin at 12 p.m. CST. That's 7 p.m. Central European time for those living in Europe. Obviously, that pertains to them. Here is round 1. All of the round 1 information that you hear. All of the round 2 information. Round 3. And then the semifinals. And then, again, we will be taking, obviously, Sunday, June 15th is Father's Day. No matches will occur on Father's Day to allow people to spend time with their family. I don't care what happens. If I have to adjust, if we need a substitution day for this week, I'll make it on Monday or Tuesday of the following week, as it states right there. The finals week is right here as well. Okay. So this is what the exact match times. So release for the brackets, all right, will be a week and a half to 2 weeks before the tournament goes live. And again, you need to be in the Discords because I'm going to be announcing shit in the Discords. Oh, I have to say that about the Discords here in a second. Okay. The exact matches times will be released probably at least 5 days in advance. I'll have the match times laid out for everybody so that everybody knows what time their guild's going to be playing at. You should already know what guild you're going to be playing against. Please understand if you're at the top of the bracket, if you're up, your match will be earlier in the day. And if you're at the bottom of the bracket, your match is very likely going to be later in the day. If that's going to be a problem, talk to no one. I don't care. I'm just kidding. If that is going to be a problem and you feel like your match, if you see early on, you're like, oh shit, our match is going to be early on. We need to have a later match. You need to notify your like a member of my tournament staff that is moderating your Discord, and then they will bring it to me. Do not DM me about tournament shit unless there's like a serious emergency. Okay. I have people that there's now a chain of command for this so that I don't get overwhelmed while this is going on. And this is very important. Okay. There's an NA East Discord. Okay. This is the NA East Discord. This NA East Discord is run by tournament staff in the NA East Discord. Its name is Senior Chief Dragon. You can also message Lucy, Luci. These are the two people that you go to if you have a problem with something pertaining to the tournament. They will handle
Supple
it.
will be taking this one home. Can you invest our Lucent in Marins in the meantime?
I want to be clear. The reason I'm doing this is for a reason, guys. If you try to DM me directly as a result of the tournament, there is a good chance I will not see it. Do you see how many DMs I have on the left side of my screen? And the tournament hasn't even started yet. Okay. The reason you go to them and they come to me is because I will be checking their DMs constantly to make sure that I see it. If you DM me directly, there is a good chance you're going to get stuck in message requests. You're going to get stuck like you can't DM me, or I'm not going to see it. You have a higher chance of DMing me from NA. This is NA East. Okay. Senior Chief Dragon and Lucy. NA West. Every region has their own person. NA West is here. This is a new Discord. NA West, the person running this is named Malturix. Okay. And again, the backup guy for this is Lucy again. Okay. Malta is the guy spearheading NA West, and he is my point guy for NA West matches. Okay. Lucy is the backup guy if you can't get a hold of Malta.
Baldy.
Okay. All right. So these are your two people. And again, if you DM me directly, it's your fault if I don't see it. It's not my fault. Because you can see I've got a lot of messages, guys. And I do my best to try to keep up with them. But again, I don't want any one guild to fall through the cracks. And so we need a chain of command for this. So I have this split up for this reason. There's a reason that I have this. Unless there is a glaring emergency that I need to know about. There's something wrong. Then you could come to me. But even then, there shouldn't really be any emergencies that are that serious. EU, your point person, because I already know the EU loves him anyway, is Lucy. Okay? Your backup guy for EU is literally no one because Lucy is your person. Okay? It doesn't even matter. Okay? Show us the EU toxic channel. I can't. Okay? I'm not joking. So Lucy is the backup guy for the other two, but he's running EU. EU's point guy is Lucy. NA West's point man is Malturix. NA East point guy is Senior Chief Dragon. Those are your three moderators that you need to understand. And to be clear, on the right side, you should see them. This guy doesn't exist. You don't even DM. That guy doesn't exist, okay? Lucy, last priority unless you're on EU. He should be handling mainly EU. Like, Chief Dragon, again, is for NA East, right? Lucy the third time. Well, Lucy, in fairness, like the reason that Lucy is involved with all three, at least in a small capacity, is because he ran the tournaments for me last time. And so he knows how to make the matches, and he can help guide the other moderators through what to do in different situations. Okay. When you join these Discords, guys, if you're in leadership for a guild that is participating in the tournament, or a guild in general, even if you want to be in these Discords, you need to join, and you need to DM the moderator team to be like, hey, I'm leadership for such and such a guild. You need to have your guild name in parentheses next to your name. Okay, do you see how all of these wonderful people, Chaos X, CMD, Calling, Daikon, Disaster, Divided, etc., that's what it needs to look like. Okay, you need to have your guild name in parentheses next to you, and you need to say that, like, if you're leadership, you need to say that you're leadership. If we find out that you are not leadership for the guild that you claimed your leadership, we're going to ban you from the Discord, and I will disqualify you. Okay, and I will find out quickly. Because the other leadership will be like, he's not in leadership. Okay, goodbye. Okay, so that's how the discords are being run. Every single member of your guild that is participating in the tournament must be in the designated discord. NA West, this is big for you. You need to spread that discord link around. The reason every single member needs to be in here is because if we have an issue where we find that some player is cheating, or even if you win the tournament and we need to distribute prize pool, those people have to be in the discord so I have a way of contacting them. Otherwise, I have no way of contacting you to get your prize pool back. Okay. That's a good question. Is Gretton calling with you? Possibly. Gretton's kind of all over the place with his work schedule, so it'll depend on he will, like, I'm going to try to get him to call with me on certain days. It will not be every day. Let me tell you the callers that I have laid out for the tournament right now. Obviously, I know that a lot of people love Gretton. I love Gretton too, and I'd love for him to call all the time, but let's be honest, the man has to work. Okay, so he can't call every day, right? I also wanted to pull other content creators from the category to come talk, to come call with me. So you will see Vert, you'll see Morlin, you will see Invulnerable, you will see Spid. You will see Shiku again. Shiku 96. I think I spell it right. Okay. And I believe that I am lacking on one caster for EU. I do not have any casters for NA West because I don't know of any content creators that stream NA West. Most of the streamers in our category are NA East or EU. NA East or EU. Okay. I want to be clear that there is a lot on the line with this tournament. This is a professional production done by a professional working with a multi-trillion-dollar company. Okay. All right. If you are a caster for this tournament, you show the up. All right. You do not. This is a serious undertaking, and I can't just have anyone come on the show. All right. This is not. It is what it is. It is what it is. If you have a suggestion for a content creator, especially if you're in NA West and you'd like your region represented, they must be somebody that I can vet and like see their content. They have to be a content creator because that's the only way that I can tell. I need to be able to vet people ahead of time. I'm not bringing people. Amazon is supporting this in such a big way. There's no way I am bringing someone on the show who has not been fully vetted. There's just no shot. So I need to know ahead of time. If you guys feel like I'm missing somebody or somebody should be added to this list, this is the list for now. I did ask Cannon. Cannon declined. I believe because the dates were not super great for him. I have no fleas. Osku, you will not be allowed on the production broadcast. I'm just gonna tell you how it is. Okay, again, I don't know. Maybe on the last tournament, sure, because it was just me. This time, I have a lot riding on this tournament. Like, I have a lot to prove in this tournament too. I'm here to make this look like literally. I want people to watch this tournament from outside Throne and Liberty and go, "Damn, this game looks cool." All right, I want the production value. I want the hype. I want the delivery on this to literally transcend the category. That's what I want. I want us to reach outside Throne of Liberty and attract new people to the category as a direct result, and veteran players to the category that used to play that were like, "Damn, bro, I need to try this again." That's what I want. That's what I'm aiming at. That's my bar for how good I want this production value to be. Okay, and to be clear, I need casters that will help me deliver that production value. No supple casters. Well, find some good players that actually stream and come talk to me. All right. Does anybody have any questions right now? Lena, I'm here to answer questions now about...
Apply. My guild is on NA West.
How do guilds apply? Exclamation point, NAW big. That's NA West big. Okay. What up, Nat? How you doing? How you doing, Gretton? Good to see you. Yeah, again, we're all hoping that Gretton's able to be a part of the tournament. My goal here. To the other content creators listening, even if you're not shoutcasting with me, okay, if you would like to come shoutcast with me, you need to reach out with me, and I will be nothing if not honest with you about why I can work you in or why I can't work you in. Okay, if you're a content creator, you just need to identify what region you're with, and you need to tell me if you want to shoutcast. That being said, if you are not shoutcasting or helping me with the production in any way, you can clip this. I don't care what you got to do with it. Any and all content that I create for the Best in Guild Talandre tournament from any of the 3 regions, I'm waiving the rights on all copyrights. Okay, you can restream the tournament. I don't care. You could restream it live and add your own commentary. You could just download it and upload it on YouTube. I'm not going to care with no edits. I don't care. You could put it on YouTube. Okay. If you want to make montages from it, you want to take something that I've said, you want to make me look like a clown, whatever. All right. Any content that you want to make out of Throne and Liberty for this tournament, you are more than happy to do that. I waive the rights to copyright on my own content that I make about this tournament. Okay. Can I put it on TikTok? You're more than happy to put it on TikTok. When is finals day? Finals week will be... Okay, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, June 12th. Friday, June 13th. And Saturday, June 14th. So June 12th
Top
will be...
creators are Hermasog, Zachriel, and W.
Who? Anyway, it will be Thursday, June 12th is NA West. Friday, June 13th is EU. Oh, wait, no. Nope, that's semis. Nope, sorry. Finals week. Sorry. Apologize. Finals week, Thursday, June 19th. Thursday, June 19th. Okay. Thursday, June 19th is NA West Grand Finals and 3rd place match. Friday, June 20th is EU Finals and 3rd place match. And Championship Saturday for NA East is finals, is Saturday, June 30 or 21st. Yeah, 3rd place grand finals for NA East. Okay. I'll put the schedule on the screen if you guys want to see it. I'll be laying the schedule out in the Discord. When you sign up, I'm going to release the bracket probably a week and a half before the tournament goes live. It's going to be early, guys. The bracket this time will not wait till the last minute because I have to make assets. Once the bracket is released, you're locked in. If you can't come to the tournament, I'm going to be upset. Okay, you have a month to sign up for this and decide whether or not your guild can participate. If you pull out of the tournament, I am going to be upset.
DRN wants to know how you will do seeding, Tubby.
Oh, I'll tell about... Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Can you play on multiple regions? Sure. I think that's fine. I think that playing on multiple regions is fine. Playing in multiple guilds for the same region is not okay. But like if you want to take the ping hit and play in multiple regions, sure. Okay, let's answer more questions about the tournament because there were a couple other questions that I saw in chat that I'm blanking on right now that I was like, oh yeah, I got to talk about that. Are you going to ban barcode names? Good question. Yes. Thank you. Barcode names out. Do not care. The reason I didn't ban them last time is because it was my tournament and like we could like kind of look at it and tell which barcode name was which. The reason that barcode names are banned this time is because I must be able to enforce the rules to make sure that people are not playing for multiple guilds. No barcode names will be allowed in the tournament or the tournament lobbies. Don't care. All right. 3-letter names. Well, as long as the letters are unique and they're not okay, I'm not dealing with that. Don't care. Chinese character, as long as it's unique. Chinese characters, Korean characters, those are totally fine because we can tell that player is different than another player. Barcode is meant to intentionally disguise, right? Like which player is which. And especially when the font is really small, you can mix it up. All right. I'm not dealing with this. All right. You will make it easier on my turn. You will make it easy on my tournament staff and myself to make sure that you're not cheating. It's literally just that simple. I don't want cheaters in the tournament. Cheaters will be punished. Don't care. Oh, I have to spend money. Then go grind out 500 Lucent for a name change and make it happen, because you will not be allowed to play in the tournament if you have a barcode name. Okay. This is a guild versus guild, 48v48 format. Best of 1 until the semifinals, or it will be best of 3. To be clear, for the matches, it's just like last time. When you have a match with another guild, you will both leaderships will join voice before the match starts. We will have the coin toss. Okay, the winner of the coin toss, we'll have somebody call the coin toss. The winner of the coin toss will choose pick or ban. Okay, if you choose pick, you get to choose the map. If you choose ban, you get to ban 3 maps of your choice. Okay, and vice versa. All right, whoever did, like, if you choose ban, you ban 3 maps. The other guild picks. Okay, in the best of 3 format for the semifinals and finals, it will be pick ban, just like I just explained to you there. However, every time you play on a map, that map can no longer be played on in the next round, just like the previous tournament. For example, if you chose Talus in the very first round, Talus is automatically banned in the next round, and then the guild that lost the first round will choose pick or ban. We'll say that they chose pick in this case. The other guild will still get to ban 3 more maps. Talus will automatically be banned, and then they will choose a new map. So we are not going to be playing on the same map every time in a best of 3. Okay. In a coin toss, easy W. Okay. All right. So any other questions right now? Now I'm fielding questions about the tournament. You suggested that I lock hide the toxic channel. I'll talk with them about that. The toxic channel is fine as long as you're not being, like, racist and stuff. Should be okay. Normal chat PvP is fine. Oh, seeding for the tournament. Somebody asked about how I'm going to seed the tournament. Unfairly and in a biased manner. I'm just kidding. I'm going to seed the tournament based off of the community's perception of how strong each guild is. Okay. For example, NA has a Google Doc sheet of how strong each guild is. Okay. I will be referencing that for where I'm going to seed certain guilds in the tournament, because I think that is fair. I think that it makes the matches a lot closer especially if a new guild that is new to PvP that wants to play in the tournament, they should not have to play against Supple in the first round. Okay. They should play against Supple should get a bye. They should play against somebody that they can actually fight. Okay. It will make the matches better if I seed the tournament correctly like that. EU, I will do the same thing. NA West, I'm going to have to really dive into their community and try to get a strong understanding of which guilds are in fact the strongest and deserve to be have buy rounds if anybody's going to get a buy round, and where the guilds need to be seeded in the first round. Am I limiting how many guilds are in the tournament? Good question again. No, I am not. It is an open tournament. There is no buy-in. Absolutely no buy-in. I didn't want to limit anybody behind a paywall. That's stupid. And again, I want everybody to participate in this that really wants to. Just please, 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 if you sign up for the tournament, you have to show up. You have to do it for me. Bro, you sign up for the tournament, show up. Okay? Or tell me 2 to 3 weeks before the tournament starts so I don't put out the bracket. Only if I put out the bracket, then you tell me you're backing out on the tournament, I'm going to be really sad. I'm not going to freak out on you, but I'm going to be very disappointed, because you understand that you're ruining everyone else's time in the tournament if you do that. Because then I have to redo the entire bracket because you decided to back out at the last minute. Okay, so the whole PvP scene is affected for your region if you back out after the bracket has been made, okay? SDC Redemption Arc, I will not do any... Okay, to be clear, if SDC wants to sign up for the tournament, they're more than happy to do so. As long as, again, they back out before the bracket releases and I don't have to worry about it, we shouldn't have a problem. Okay. But if they choose to back out after the bracket has already released, then I'm going to be upset. Okay. But no, I'm not going to freak out on them. There's not going to be an @everyone message or anything this time, because again, it's not just my reputation on the line this time. Okay. I'm not going to call people out like that. All right. I can't. All right. This time it's got to be like super professional. Okay. But like, if you do back out of the tournament, people are going to know. If you back out after the bracket has already been published, people are going to be aware. Should I get AGS to go? No, do not. I want to be clear. AGS is supporting the tournament. I am running the tournament. AGS has very, very Okay, nothing to do with the tournament's day-to-day and running the tournament's operation at all. Very intentionally. They said, your tournament is incredible. We want to support it with Lucent and potentially a few other things. And that's amazing. But they said, it's still your tournament. You are running it. You are distributing stuff. You are handling crises. We are very hands-off in our approach to this. And I want to be clear, I love that. I'm kind of a control freak when it comes to my events. I want to do everything. Okay? Me and my team will handle it. All right? We will get there. All right? Like, if I have to go through AGS for everything, it's going to be kind of a nightmare. All right? The only thing I'm going to promise them is that everything will be above bar, and I'm going to make them look really good. Right? Like, that's what I promise them. And I will uphold that end of the bargain. PA could never. Yeah, can we talk for a second about Pearl Abyss? And how, like, again, can you imagine $20,000 in pearls? Can you imagine for the best in guild? Yeah, guys, please understand that the Pearl Abyss official tournament for best in guild every year gives you maybe $400 worth of pearls for the whole team. You have to split across 4 people. Maybe. Okay, like, this is 48 people getting even more money than BDO can shell out for a 3v3 tournament. Is wild. Okay, on top of the other support that they're trying to work on for me too is absolutely insane. I've never seen support like this for a tournament, but like, I'm glad that they recognize that they have a content creator that's willing to go above and beyond and do something like this. Again, I want to include as many other content creators because this is going to be a big event. It's going to generate a tremendous amount of hype for the category. My hope is that people look at this and they look at this as like the Super Bowl for Throne of Liberty. That's what I want you guys to like think like. This is like this thing, bro. We want to watch this. I want you to watch this. Okay, like I want people to get hyped about this. I want people to be really excited about this, and so I'm gonna make sure that I deliver on that. I'm also gonna be applying for Twitch front page too. Is it winner take all? No. The first and second place teams will get Lucent. We'll get Lucent. How that Lucent is being distributed is still kind of on the fence. We might give like the idea is that at least at a bare minimum, everybody on the winning team gets 6K Lucent at a bare minimum. If they want to lopside it onto one player, those players could get many thousands of Lucent. But like as of right now, at a minimum, you're looking at 6K. Unless you decide I don't want any, give it to somebody else on my team. In which case, okay. You know what I mean? Unless you forfeit that. That's you. Second place, 3K Lucent per player. It will depend on how the Lucent gets distributed, whether or not I can lopside it super hard. It won't save the game. Watch me. You can doom all you want. Watch me. Is every game a best of 3? No. They are all best of 1 format until the semifinals. Then you will see best of 3. Okay, they're 20-minute matches. If the tournament bracket, by the way, everybody can sign up for the tournament. If the tournament bracket ends up being so big that the first round of the tournament cannot fit all of the matches in 2 days for a particular region, I will shorten the length of the matches so that we can get through all the matches in 2 days. Essentially, I will shorten the matches in the first round to make sure that we can get through all of them. Okay, but ideally, every match is 20 minutes long. Technically 25 if you include the first 5 minutes. Just like EU last time. Precisely like EU last time. So if EU has 50 to 60 guilds sign up, yeah, we might have to trim it down to 15 minutes. I'll have to it'll depend on how many guilds sign up. But like, yeah. And again, that's why it's important to be in the Discord. You have to be in the Discord because all of these changes, if any changes happen, I will be very honest, very upfront, and very crisp about making sure that you know when your guild is playing, what the rules are, and everything else that goes into it before you show up for your match. Because when you show up for your match, it's your job not to cheat. That means if you have idiots in your guild that you know are stupid, and they might try to sneak something by us, rule number 1, it is always leadership's fault. If somebody in your guild uses a third Cordy weapon, that's your fault. That's the guild. I will hold the guild accountable, not just that player. that player will be disqualified. But the guild will also be also face repercussions. So if you don't want your guild being punished because somebody is an idiot, or somebody tried to do something stupid, or somebody doesn't know the rules, that's on you. 15 minutes is too short. Well, you understand that 5 minutes is prep. So when I say 15 minutes, I mean, you're going to spawn in, you're going to get 20 minutes. But the first 5 minutes are like the prep, like the stone isn't available, but you're going to fight over positioning, right? And then the match will actually start, and then there will be 15 minutes to claim the stone. So it'll still be 20 minutes. So when I say there's 20-minute matches, they're actually 25, if that makes sense. Hopefully, this makes AGS want to do regional war games. I will discuss it with them. But I will be clear that I think that if AGS was going to run regional war games, they might try to run it themselves. And I would hope that they would hire me to come shoutcast it. But and if they don't want to run it themselves, they've got a content creator that will literally do it for them. They don't even have to do it. They can just pay me and I will do it. All from here. They don't even have to pay me. Just put up the prize pool and I'll do the rest. That's literally this. I don't even have to get paid. I'm not even getting paid for this. You guys are. Okay. Me getting paid means that I don't have to put up any money for the prize pool. In my opinion, giving Lucent away is way cooler than giving basic US dollars away. I know that some people might not like that as much, but this is way cooler. Way cooler as far as tournaments go. And they can give away way more money. If it was just a US dollar prize pool, it would be significantly less. You guys think I could put up 20K USD for the 3 tournaments? Are you crazy? Last time, it would have been barely 7. It would have been a little over 7, like 7.5. There's no shot. How much money do you think I make? How high is the possibility to rejoin after a bug? Yeah, so I understand that there are bugs currently in the war game system. For example, being able to rejoin a match after you have crashed. Okay, so like you spawn in, you're playing, the game crashes, you boot back up, you can't get back into the match. AGS, as far as I'm aware, is aware of that bug. I believe it's on NCSoft to fix that bug. I assume that NCSoft is working on it. I have not received any intel on that, but I assume that they are working on it, and I'm hoping that that bug is fixed before the tournament starts, or at least maybe they get like a hot fix or something. But like either way, it's going to be just like last time. If you bug and can't get back into the match, if the match has already started and combat has begun, there's really not much I can do about it. You just can't get in. Your guild's just going to have to play a player down. There's not much I can do about it. Otherwise, guilds will pretend to crash. Usually at the start, like if you find, and that's why as a guild, what you should do in every match, and I'm going to recommend that you do this, you all spawn in. And before taking a portal down to PvP, you say, okay, did everyone get in? And if anybody crashed, we remake the lobby and go again. Like, I am more than happy to do that. But if you teleport down and start fighting, there is nothing I can do. You basically, you're in. That's it. Okay? And some people make it, because that's most of the time when people crash, it's right at the start. It is right at the start. So like, again, as long as the guild double checks to make sure that they like, hey, we lost our shot caller. Hey, we're down like 2 players. They didn't crash it. Okay, no problem. We remake the lobby real quick. I'll go back to the caster screen. We'll remake it. But if fighting has begun and you say, oh, 4 of our members crashed, tough shit. I can't do anything about it.
Tournament level good frigging content.
Yep. So again, this is my way of saying we can minimize that bug in a serious way just by having guilds spawn in, double check that everybody got in without crashing, and then starting in. You can spawn in and go right away. That's fine, but you run the risk of people crashing, and that's on you. That ain't on me. Okay. Okay, I mean, the biggest problem is people pushing people into walls and constantly falling. That is an extremely fringe case. I did look at every single case that was reported during the NA tournament. That did happen during the EU tournament, I think 3 times in the whole tournament. 50 guilds, well over 2,000 players. The bug happened 3 times that I could confirm. Okay, it's not really that big of a thing that happens. And it's not something that people can replicate in a major way. Okay, if it happens, I'm really sorry. There's nothing I can do. That is just the way that it is. But like, it's an inconsistent enough bug that I cannot help you there. When will we know what maps will be played in the tournament? Right now. As I said before, I'll show you right now. It is rift stones, not boon stones. Okay, every single rift stone in the game especially the Talandre ones, are included. This is the best in guild Talandre tournament. I want to include the 3 new Talandre Riftstones, or the four new Talandre Riftstones. Okay, so, and I've tested all of these to make sure that they are balanced and reasonable, and the spawn locations are good. They are, in fact. There are some bugs and stuff where people fall through the platform, but honestly, that's not really that big of a deal, because even if you fall through the platform, you just spawn right back up and go right back into the game. And theoretically, that bug should kind of happen equally on both sides. Like, it's not disconnecting you from it or preventing you. Yes, you're a few seconds behind where you would have been ahead of time, but I don't really consider that a reason enough to disqualify a Riftstone. Every single Riftstone is viable except for Excavator. This Riftstone, if they change the spawn locations for Excavator Riftstone, I can include it. But the spawn locations that the developers have currently implemented for the Excavator Riftstone in war games is atrocious, like really, really bad. And so Excavator is banned from the tournament as a direct result. For now, Malachar is absolutely, I know that the next thing out of people's mouth is going to be Malachar. Malachar is absolutely allowed in the tournament. If you don't want to play on it, then just ban it. Okay. The spawns at Malachar are fine. The Riftstone is kind of but you know, it is what it is. On Leviathan, you spawn 6 miles away if you fall. Not necessarily true. I fell through on Leviathan. I just spawned right back. It just put me right back up at the platform. I just spawned back in, so it was fine. As a spectator, I will say, for what it's worth, I don't know what is going on, but I hope AGS fix this. If you spawn as a spectator on Digon, Leviathan, Pacolo, and Manticus, you spawn in Narnia. You spawn really far away from anything. I don't know why. It should be standard practice. All spectators in every Riftstone should spawn on the stone. Done. Just have the spectators spawn on the stone. That's it. That's all. Don't put us off in Narnia. It's going to take me, like, because if I spawn in on Leviathan, I have to run a mile to get to the action, which is frustrating because the guilds will have already engaged. Right? It's the same thing with Grand Alon. Grand Alon, you spawn in Narnia, you miss the first like 1 or 2 engages because the spectators gotta run, bro. You gotta run. It's very frustrating. There's a bug where if you fall, you don't die, so you have the whole duration back. Well, it is what it is, and tough shit. Are shot callers forced to play or is spectating allowed? Okay, that's up to the guild. If the guild does not want their shot caller to participate in the stone, yeah, you can have somebody else do it and he can call from spectate. That is totally viable strategy. Go nuts. I will tell you this. I am a shot caller. I am one of the best shot callers that you're probably going to find in large-scale PvP across multiple games. I'm not the best, but I'm one of the best in terms of my understanding of how large-scale PvP works. The shot caller needs to be in the match. It's important for them to be boots on the ground for about 150 different reasons. They have got to be they cannot be susceptible to where other people are looking. They need to have a thought and immediately react to that. Hey, how many people are on the high ground? Boom. You turn your camera, you look at the high ground. If you want to know how many people are on the high ground and you're just spectating as a shot caller, you have to ask somebody to look at the high ground, and then all 4 cameras look up, and then you don't have vision of anything else. I'm telling you, there's a lot that can go wrong because I've done it, and it is not good. I know it can seem good, and if guilds want to try it, you're more than happy to. Try to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I'm telling you, you want the shot caller to be boots on the ground. What do you mean? I mean in-game spectator. No, we will not allow in-game spectators during the war games from any guilds for potential cheating purposes. No in-game spectators will be allowed. You can spectate in Discord, various Discord screens, and they can call off that, but they cannot call from the spectate screen in game. That I would consider an unfair advantage for exactly what I just stated there. Part of shot calling is being able to multitask. Learn to play the game. Play a tank. Okay. Where can I find the tournament rules? Good question. For every single region, your tournament rules are listed in your designated tournament Discord. So boom. Here's NA West. This is info and signups right here. Okay, so you've got the signups. via the Google form, and you can see the flyer is very clearly posted here. The bracket, when the bracket is released, will be released in this bracket here. The rules are right here. Okay, and they are all listed out very clearly. All listed out very clearly. So make sure that everybody is familiar with the rules and everything that is going on in here. Okay, and whatnot. If there are changes to the rules, it will be posted via an announcement and be added to the rules in the embed. We will not just sneakily add rules that we don't tell anyone about. We will always make sure that you guys are fully in the loop. Just make sure that you are in the Discord and are paying attention to announcements. Until when do people have time to register? Another great question. On May 14th. Because I need time to make the assets. May 14th is your last day to sign up for the tournament. You have over 2 weeks to sign up. May 14th will happen. I will close signups. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the bracket. And then I'm going to make all of the assets for the tournament between May 14th and May 26th. Okay? But I need time to make assets for like 100 guilds, basically. Okay, but you have until May 14th to sign up. If you do not sign up by May 14th, there's nothing I could do to help you. Will the first matches be randomly selected this time, or there'll be known, or there will be more known teams be put against? Uh-oh, I lost it. Put against unknowns. Well, it wasn't random last time. I definitely seeded the tournament last time. I don't consider, to be clear, I don't consider any guild in any of the PvP communities, NA West, East, or EU, random guilds or irrelevant guilds. If you come out to play in my tournament, you are a relevant guild and you are not random to me. Okay. And I will try to put you against another guild that is at least reasonable in strength. Okay. And if you're an extremely strong guild, super well known, you might have a bye in the first round. It will depend on how the bracket plays out. Okay. I will try to the best of my ability not to make lopsided matches. Those will happen, inevitably. But like to the best of my ability, I'm going to try to put people against guilds that make the matches reasonably close. Because let's be honest, that's better content. It's the truth. Roulette, thanks for the prime sub, but appreciate it. Can you ask Goblin Chiefs to spawn during war games? Can you ask Goblin Chiefs to spawn during the war game? No, I will not do that. Although I will tell you this, that I think that AGS, this Goblin event, I have gotten crazy good feedback from this. I got like 10 people DMing. It's like, hey, yo, can you tell AGS that this is like the best event ever? That brothers post on Reddit. Like people love it. People are loving this event. And for like 100 different reasons. People are logging in more frequently. It's encouraging player engagement with each other. People are running around in parties with their guild in the open world to try to find these goblins. It's a really well-designed event. It's extremely good. I think it's probably the best event that they've ever put on in terms of overall community reception. So another WAGS there. Is trash to run to get better rewards? 100 T3. I don't know what the you just said. Yeah, it's an Easter egg hunt. Yep. And Reddit is crying about it as usual, sadly. No, most of the feedback on Reddit was also positive. At least that I saw. Little Fatty for NA West caster. I know who that is. Is he NA West? Yep, there he is. I've been there before. Is this guy NA West? I'd absolutely, yeah. No, yeah, this guy's got a good vibe. This guy would be a phenomenal caster for NA West. Good, because he compliments me really well. I don't know how to reach out to him. But yeah, if he wants to shoutcast the tournament with me, I'm more than happy to have him do that with me. I'm actually going to write that down in my to-do to try to reach out to him. If he reaches out to me, that would be even better. But again, if you have questions about the tournament, and I cannot emphasize this enough, don't DM me. Join the Discord and DM the moderator associated with the tournament. Okay. there is a high chance that if you try to DM me directly, unless it is something urgent or you're trying to make me aware of a bug or some crazy shit, or there's an emergency of some kind, you should not be telling me. Okay? You should not be telling. You should be telling, again, NA East is Senior Chief Dragon. No spaces. NA West is Maltorix. And EU is Lucy. Okay? The backup guy for all of them, if you can't get a hold of Chief or Malta, is to message Lucy. He's in every single Discord. You can message him and the message will get to me. But I cannot have 7,000 people DMing me about all these different problems and be expected to run a smooth tournament. There must be a chain of command. You guys all go through them. They funnel the information to me so that all of the feedback is being given directly to me from one person and I can read and see all of it. You have a much higher chance of getting something to me by messaging them than you do by messaging me directly, because everyone's just going to DM me in, like, they're going to get stuck in message requests. That's just the truth. Like, look how many people are already stuck in message requests right now. Do you want, like you see how many DMs I have on this left side? And then the message requests? And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to prioritize like 4 different things. AGS first, my tournament team second, Note third, my arts, there's my artist right there. That's my art. Well, I say my artist. She represents my art team on the project. I cannot DM you guys constantly about stuff. Okay, so again, even if you have a bug or you want to bring something to my attention, it's like, hey, I think that this should be a rule in the tournament, or people are worried about this, that, or the other thing. Again, DM the person associated with your particular Discord, and they will bring the item to me. Okay. You should ban Crix from competing. He's kind of cracked. I like Crix, so I'm not going to speak on it. I know you guys want me to shit talk him, but I actually like that guy. Is it okay? Is it Krelix or is it Crix that's like the super hype guy that gives like the RP speeches before Siege? I like that guy the most. I put that guy's energy, bro. DMS, not bother the Krelix. Okay, yeah. I like that guy. DMS, do not bother the bald man. We'll bother him. We'll bother him for you. Exactly. And again, I have a much higher chance of seeing your message if you just go to them first, and then they bring it to me. And if they don't bring it to me, then there's a problem. But then it's not your fault. It's their fault. But they'll always bring it to me. I trust them. All right. Have I answered everyone's questions? Is everyone sufficiently happy? Okay, are we hyped up yet? It's juiced. It's Kilash, not Krelix. Okay, well, okay, Kilash then. This is going to be the biggest tournament that you're going to see for Throw It Liberty until the next one. Until the next one.